Brilliance Audio.
A Truth for a Truth by Carol Wyer. Performed by Harriet Khatri. She marched up and down, then returned to his body, where she hesitated before stepping away once more. "Come on, you can do it," she told herself. "You haven't got the guts." This time Dickson's laugh was louder. She approached him again, but spun on her heel for a second time. Bile rose in her throat. This was so wrong. Besides, using the phone could get her into serious trouble. "You could leave behind an imprint of your voice. DNA. She pushed the voice away. "Come on," she urged herself. "You're already in the shit. There is no other way." Psyching herself up, she returned to the cadaver, where she took a deep breath and, trying not to look at his face, pressed Dickson's forefinger against the screen. The phone lit up. She released his hand and stepped away. Still, there were no cars. The cool wind slapped her semi-naked torso, and, with shaking hands, she dialed the number she had recently memorized. "I need help. Usual place, urgent." She ended the call. Bradley Chapman was already assisting Kate by guarding Stanka, an underage sex worker who Dickson had been searching for the last few months, hoping to silence her. Stanka not only knew about Dickson's involvement in covering up a murder, but possessed evidence. A video that only the day before she had given to Kate, who in turn had passed it immediately to journalist Dan Corrance. Having been rescued from Blackpool the day before, the girl was currently hiding out at Bradley's house. Kate reasoned that the number of the burner phone Bradley had given her for emergencies would work in her favour. Even though it would appear on Dickson's call log, it wouldn't be traced back to Bradley. He'd dispose of it straight away. Bradley could be trusted. An ex-SAS serviceman with as great a reason as Kate to want Dickson dead, he was the sole human she could rely on to keep his mouth shut. She marvelled at the fact she was now being so cool-headed. Her mind was surprisingly focused, her heartbeat steady. Moreover, there was no remorse. Dickson spoke. "You believe you are thinking straight and making sensible choices now, but later you'll discover you messed up in some way." She scrolled through the call log, spotted nothing suspicious, although every text message had been erased. This didn't surprise her. Dickson would be stupid to keep anything incriminating on his phone, and he was anything but. She returned to the body, and looking closer, saw that its mouth was agape, as if he'd really been speaking to her, and wasn't just a voice in her head. The idea made her shudder. There was still time to change her mind. She could ring William, tell him what had happened. She longed to be comforted in his arms, told everything would be all right and for all of this to go away. Yet deep down she knew she couldn't. With his dying breath, Dickson had confirmed there were other officers in the force who had to be rooted out. If Kate didn't resolve to uncover them, there would be more victims like Stanka and her friend Rosa who had been murdered, more wasted lives. Dickson had warned her there were worse people than him. It was down to her to do something about them, a job she could only do if his death was covered up. "Chris, I am doing the right thing, aren't I?" "Of course not. Your self-righteousness will be your downfall. I look forward to watching you fail." Dickson's voice. She stared again at his face, this time with less trepidation. She reminded herself that he'd been rotten to the core. Moreover, he could no longer harm her. To that end, she would deal with his asides and comments in her head. He hadn't beaten her when he was alive, and certainly wouldn't now that he was dead. "Don't you feel a shred of guilt?" "No. Now shut up."